Do you know what the difference is between a life that is lived and a life that is endured? 3 minutes. Literally, 3 minutes a day can completely change the frequency at which you vibrate, and therefore, the reality you attract toward you. But before you think this is just another motivational talk, let me ask you a question you've probably never asked yourself. How many minutes of the day do you consciously dedicate to deciding who you want to be? Not reacting to what happens, not solving problems, not meeting expectations, but consciously choosing the energy with which you want to move through the world. Most of us live on autopilot. We wake up with the same stress level as yesterday, shower thinking about tomorrow's problems, eat breakfast reading news that disturbs us, and leave home already vibrating at the frequency of, I have to, I must do, I can't afford to. And so, without realizing it, we surrender our creative power to circumstances. But here's what Eckhart Tolle discovered that changed my understanding of life forever. You are not your thoughts. You are the consciousness that observes those thoughts. And from that consciousness, you can choose which ones to feed and which ones to let pass like clouds in the sky. Imagine for a moment that your life wasn't a constant struggle against circumstances, but a conscious dance with the energy you decide to emanate. Imagine waking up not with anxiety about the coming day, but with curiosity about the opportunities you're going to create. Imagine that your relationships weren't emotional battlefields, but sacred spaces where each person can be authentic. Imagine that money wasn't a source of stress, but simply energy that flows toward you when you vibrate from abundance and not from lack. Does this seem impossible? I understand. For years, I also believed that spirituality was something that happened in mountain retreats, in 2-hour meditations, or in ashrams far from real life. I thought you had to choose between being spiritual or being successful, between inner peace and material progress, between connection with the sacred and worldly responsibilities. Until I understood something that Deepak Chopra teaches masterfully. Spirituality is not escaping from real life. It's living real life from an elevated state of consciousness. It's not about denying the material world, but relating to it from your center, from your truth, from your innate creative power. And here's the most beautiful gift of all this. Raising your vibration doesn't require hours of meditation or drastic changes in your lifestyle. It requires 3 minutes of conscious presence that can transform the following 24 hours. How does this work? Your vibration is literally the energetic state from which you experience life. When you vibrate in gratitude, you attract more reasons to be grateful. When you vibrate in self-love, you attract relationships that honor your value. When you vibrate in abundance, you open channels for prosperity to flow toward you. It's not magic, it's quantum physics applied to daily life. But here's the crucial point that most people miss. Your vibration is established in the first moments after waking up. That sacred period where your conscious mind hasn't yet taken complete control and your subconscious is more receptive to new programming. That's why these 3 minutes can't be just any 3 minutes of the day. They have to be the most important 3 minutes, the first 3 minutes after opening your eyes. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone, instead of allowing your mind to start its litany of worries, instead of jumping directly into I have to do mode, you give yourself 3 minutes of conscious connection with yourself. First minute, you breathe. But not just any breathing. You breathe with the intention of connecting with the life that is in you. Each inhalation is an affirmation that you are alive, that you have creative power, that this day is a sacred opportunity. Each exhalation is a release of everything you don't need to carry. Yesterday's fears, tomorrow's anxieties, others' expectations. Second minute, you feel gratitude. But not mental gratitude, cellular gratitude. You allow your entire body to vibrate with appreciation for something specific in your life. It can be something as simple as having a roof over your head, or as profound as your heart's capacity to love. The key is to feel it, not just think it. Third minute, you set your intention, not your goals, not your to-do list, but your vibrational intention for the day. How do you want to feel? From what state of being do you want to move through the world? Do you want to be generous? Do you want to be creative? Do you want to be compassionate? Do you want to be magnetic to opportunities? This is not self-deception or superficial positive thinking. This is conscious neural programming. It's taking the reins of your internal state before the external world does it for you. And here's what's beautiful. When you start the day from this elevated vibration, the world conspires to keep you in it. Conversations flow differently. Opportunities appear. Problems are seen as creative challenges instead of threats. People respond to your energy in ways you didn't notice before. But this doesn't mean everything will be perfect. It means you have an anchor, an internal reference point you can return to when life challenges you. When someone treats you badly, instead of reacting automatically, you can ask yourself, how would the most elevated version of myself respond? When you face a financial obstacle, instead of panicking, you can ask yourself, what opportunity is this situation trying to show me? Living spiritually in the real world doesn't mean being perfect. It means being conscious. It doesn't mean not having difficult emotions. It means not completely identifying with them. It doesn't mean you don't care about material success. It means you don't define your worth by it. True transformation occurs when you stop seeking peace on the outside and start cultivating it on the inside. When you stop waiting for circumstances to change to feel good and start feeling good so that circumstances change. So I invite you to do this sacred experiment for the next 7 days. Before checking your phone, before getting out of bed, before allowing your mind to take control of the day, give yourself 3 minutes of conscious connection with yourself. And observe. Observe how your day changes. Observe how your interactions change. Observe what it feels like to live from your center instead of living from your circumstances. Because at the end of the day, the question isn't whether you deserve an extraordinary life. The question is whether you're willing to create the internal space for that life to manifest. And that space is created 3 minutes at a time, one morning at a time, one conscious decision at a time. Your life is waiting for you to wake up not just physically, but consciously. Are you ready to respond to that invitation?